The one thing that I love that she's bringing to her sport, more people want to watch. Don't get it twisted. Don't get up. Caitlin Clark is the reason why a lot of great things is going to happen for the WNBA.
Angel Reese just went after LeBron James off the court because he gave Caitlin Clark a casual, no-look shout-out. Reese seems to think LeBron shouldn't be praising Clark so loudly, even though Clark has clearly earned respect with her long-range game. In the middle of all the noise, Reese treated simple support like a personal betrayal and reacted like someone who just got caught doing something petty online. Now this has turned into a messy mix of hurt feelings, scoreboard talk, and the kind of small drama that feels like it came straight out of a group chat.
There's not that many people that can relate to everything that she's been through. There's not that many folks that know what it's like to be in her shoes, but someone that does is LeBron James, right? And here is what he told Esquire when he was asked about Caitlin Clark. He said, "I have a great deal of respect for her because I know exactly what it means to be drafted, to be the face of a franchise, and also get the scrutiny from a lot of people that don't believe you're ready for the next step."
LeBron James, the guy who always has something to say about sports and motivation, posted his approval again. This time it was for Caitlin Clark, the Iowa shooter who's been raining threes and pulling huge attention in the WNBA. And that single post set off a chain reaction. Because once LeBron gives a public stamp of approval, people notice, and someone connected to the Chicago Sky clearly didn't love what it implied. The moment he spoke up, the whole conversation around the league started to heat up.
I don't really get too starstruck from people, and that was like a moment that I was like, I knew I was going to meet him when I was coming to the game, and that's like one of my idols. Like, LeBron is the GOAT to me, so I don't know, it was just like a crazy moment where I got to meet him in the back.
Here's what happened, step by step. LeBron, after another quick Lakers playoff appearance, decided to spotlight what he sees as the future of women's basketball. That part is normal. The problem is the way it landed. When you make a big, glowing Instagram post about Clark, it doesn't just sound like praise. To some people, it sounds like he picked his favorite rookie and made it official, like he was basically saying, "This is the one I'm backing."
But LeBron James said, triple-double, basically. But I'm going to post it so you can see it. So here you go. LeBron James says, "Triple dub, CC, great way to kick off the season." Clapping hands. That's what he said. That's what he tweeted. Congratulate someone on a triple double. And this is the type of response the Crash Out Angel congregation is giving you today. They have lost it. I mean, if you need to go check some people into mental hospitals, a lot of people should get Baker acted right about now because they've all lost their minds.
And the timing couldn't have been worse for Angel Reese. LeBron posted right after Clark recorded a triple-double against the Chicago Sky, Reese's team. That same night, Reese had a rough shooting game, going 5 for 11, and it probably felt like nothing was dropping no matter what she tried. So the shout-out didn't just feel random, it felt aimed, even if it wasn't meant that way.
Now if we can translate this to a win, your team is...
While Reese was struggling, Clark looked like she was doing everything on the floor. She tore through the Sky's defense and controlled the game like she owned it. LeBron was cheering her on online like a proud supporter, throwing praise like it was a celebration post. And from Reese's side, it likely felt like she was being completely ignored. That's why the shade started flying, because to her, it looked like the spotlight skipped right over her.
LeBron James, triple-double CC, great way to kick off the season. Isn't LeBron my GOAT, but she didn't even catch exactly what Angel did last night and got killed for it. I don't know what this exactly means. But by the way, this guy's actual content on Chicago Sky, actual content in the Sky, is actually pretty good. I've watched a couple of his videos. It's actually pretty good. I can't lie. Like, I genuinely can't lie. But speaking of Angel 2, LeBron triple-double, a real one. Thoughts on the Knicks? And straight away you're seeing LeBron James. I'm 100% pulling away the court.
Reese's start in the WNBA hasn't been smooth. She came in with major fame, a huge online following, and lots of brand deals, so expectations were sky high. But on the court, the results haven't matched the hype so far, especially with her shooting. She's been frustrated, and the numbers have made it louder. At the same time, Clark has been scoring from deep like it's routine. And it got worse for Reese when Kelsey Plum dropped 28 points and hit her with a too small gesture after a layup, which is basically a public on-court insult that tells everyone you're getting worked.
So, LeBron James is under attack himself now because he decided to shout out Caitlin Clark for her performance. There he is right here, triple dub CC. Great way to kick off the season. Oh, that was the wrong thing to do because the Angel Reese fans decided to come after LeBron.
At this point, even Reese's critics are piling on, and social media made it a full event the second LeBron posted. Memes exploded. People joked that LeBron had adopted Clark, and Reese became the punchline in a lot of posts. The internet treated it like top-level entertainment, and the jokes spread fast. Reese responded the modern way: indirect posts, visible attitude, and looks in interviews that said plenty without actually saying it. Because she understands how quickly public opinion turns, and right now she's getting cast as the villain while Clark gets handed the hero role.
The game off in the first few minutes, Angel Reese had played 8 minutes, 0 points, 7 rebounds. Not to mention she was 0 for 5 on layups. And with about 2 minutes left in this game, Chicago is getting completely blown out by New York, and Angel Reese has played the most minutes of any starter at 27. She is 0 for 8 on shot attempts. She has 2 points and 12 rebounds. So do you think the rumors are true that people just do not like to watch Angel Reese because they don't like her, or is it because she's not very good?
The funny part is Clark didn't ask for any of this. She just responded politely, grateful for the respect, and kept it moving. But for Reese, it probably felt like watching a clip you don't want to see, replayed everywhere. Then came the biggest embarrassment. Indiana blew out Chicago, 93-58. That wasn't a close loss, it was a total collapse. And Reese didn't just have a bad game, she had a loud one, where every miss became content for people online. If she had entered the league quietly, it would just be normal rookie struggle. But she entered like a star, called herself the future, and built her image around being that person. So now the slump looks bigger, and people are harsher about it.
Caitlin Clark did talk about some basketball in a sense during her time interview, and part of that was LeBron James. LeBron has come to Clark's defense on many occasions. LeBron, you know, the phrase is game recognizes game, or real recognizes real. He has come out since she was in college, really, and supported her and talked about how she's the truth. He also said, you know, that the women of the WNBA, the reason for the changes they got, I think this was when the charter flight thing came out, was because...
Clark, meanwhile, is putting up huge stats while staying calm and letting her game speak. She isn't chasing drama, which makes it harder for anyone trying to pull her into one. Her reaction to LeBron was basically just a respectful thank you, no shots fired, no hidden messages. And that calm approach makes Reese look even more frustrated, because it's like arguing with someone who won't argue back. Reese is stuck juggling missed shots and the feeling that the attention is going to someone else. It's like a situation where one person suddenly becomes the center of attention and the other person can't hide how bothered they are, except it's happening on national TV.
LeBron never messaged me like directly, but it's been cool to like just see his support of myself and the W overall. Like, you can tell he really watches and turns it on, and yeah, like he's been a kind of a big fan of myself from college and now in the W. So I mean, he's the greatest basketball player of all time, so I think that's pretty cool.
So here's the real truth. Reese has talent, nobody serious denies that. But right now, she's producing more talk than big moments on the court. Clark is stacking triple-doubles, and Reese is stacking techs and bad shooting nights, which keeps feeding the comparison. You can even see how LeBron's support of Clark might sound to Reese like a message that she wasn't the choice. LeBron has always leaned toward whoever is winning and shining the brightest. When you're hot, he celebrates you loudly. When you're struggling, he stays polite but doesn't make you the headline. And that's the tough part for Reese. She's not only dealing with Clark, she's also battling her own stats and the non-stop online machine pushing Clark as the main character.
Guys, Caitlin's cooking. I'm talking about Martha Stewart, Gordon Ramsay cooking. She is cooking everybody in the WNBA right now. If you don't know Caitlin, here's a little backstory on her. She went to Iowa. She graduated from Iowa. She has the most points scored for a women's college basketball player ever. Not to mention, she has the most points scored out of any man ever in college basketball history.
The drama is so heavy it feels like a series someone would stream every week. Clark plays it cool, keeps scoring, and keeps collecting attention. Reese looks more emotional and more frustrated, especially when it seems like the biggest names are praising her rival. Reese still has time to change the story, because the season isn't over and she has the tools. But the pressure is real, and the jokes online don't disappear. The wild part is LeBron likely wasn't trying to disrespect Reese at all. He saw Clark doing something special, gave her credit, and that was it. But that one moment hit the league like a spark, and it lit up every existing rivalry and insecurity instantly.
Do you think it's fair for Angel Reese to be painted as the villain? We know what Caitlin Clark has done for the WNBA. Last year, it was 22 WNBA games that got over 1 million views. Caitlin Clark participated in 19 of them. So it's a fact that she's brought more viewership. But is it fair for Angel Reese to get painted as the villain?
Unfortunately, yes, because she does it to herself. You feel me? That's the game she plays. She likes to talk a lot of trash. She likes to, because she's from Baltimore or something like that. That's her personality, right? She likes to get up in people's face. And you can do that, but if you don't have the game to back it up.
And this isn't the end, it's early in the season. There's plenty of time for more comments, more clips, more interviews, and more subtle social media shots. What we're watching is a rivalry growing in real time, pushed by headlines, fan debates, and LeBron's influence even when he isn't trying to stir anything. The Reese versus Clark story is only building, and LeBron will probably keep watching from the outside, not fully realizing how much his one post added fuel to everything. Reese also turned up the tension after games, speaking in a way that felt loaded, with looks and pauses that made people think she was saying more than the words. And if you listened closely, you could almost hear the message. She wants that same public respect too.
Clark is clearly a better basketball player than Angel Reese.
But you know what's crazy? Because I don't...
But Angel Reese is a good player, but she just plays two different positions. Like, it's not even the same type of game.
But there's always a conversation about, y'all don't see that? About who's better out of the two ladies, Caitlin or Angel Reese? I always thought...
I don't see that conversation anymore.
Okay, not anymore, right?
Right.
But in the beginning, yes. And I actually started to watch some of the clips because I wanted to determine for myself. And then I was like, oh, Caitlin is obviously really a great player. I don't know why they even have the conversation.
Now Reese is also shifting into a new public angle, leaning into the idea that confidence in a black woman gets treated differently. That argument has real history behind it, and it's not a joke. But when the shots aren't falling and the box score looks rough, it gets complicated fast, because people stop listening and only point at the numbers. So Reese is being framed as the misunderstood anti-hero, whether she asked for that or not. At the same time, Clark keeps smiling, doing ads, landing magazine moments, and breaking rookie expectations while acting like it's all normal. The league benefits from it, because the storyline sells itself. Every time they play, it becomes bigger than basketball, and fans pick sides based on style, attitude, and identity as much as performance. And LeBron ends up as the accidental trigger who meant to give praise but created chaos instead.
I'm gonna say this one time, very, very clear. Angel Reese fans, all you black supporters, you pro-black supporters, whatever you want to call yourselves, that's going on about this situation where Clark pushed Reese, leave LeBron alone.
I mean, wow. Shut the hell up, weak-ass N-word. Oh, I mean, honestly. Did you miss those Diddy parties yet? Question mark. Ooh. There's a lot of black athletes you could be celebrating instead of this YT girl. Is that supposed to be white girl? Is that what we're doing? Is that some slang for white girl? I don't know. For white? I don't know. Speak about Angel too. I mean, LeBron has been so pro-black that he's torched his reputation and lost half of the NBA fan base tuned out for 4 years.
But that's part of why sports pull people in. It's not only about points and rebounds, it's also about pride, attention, respect, and wanting to be the one everyone talks about. And Reese is clearly not going to fade quietly. She has the platform, the personality, and enough anger to either turn this season into a comeback story or make it even messier. Either way, people people are going to keep watching, because this rivalry has everyone locked in. Now the pressure really starts, because this is no longer just about one Instagram post. For Reese, every next game starts to feel like a reply, even if she never says a word. When you enter the league calling yourself the future and building your image as a top star, a rough shooting night doesn't look like a normal rookie struggle anymore. It turns into a headline, a debate, and a reason for people to judge you. And when the comparison is sitting right next to you, with Clark putting up big numbers while staying calm, the spotlight gets even hotter. This is the moment where Reese has to decide what matters more, winning the conversation or winning on the court. Because the only way the conversation changes is when the production becomes steady. Her best tools are still effort, rebounding, toughness, and presence. If she makes those her foundation, keeps her decision simple, and focuses on finishing the easy chances, the confidence can come back fast. The key is not turning every possession into a statement. When every shot is treated like it has to prove something, rhythm breaks, mistakes stack up, and the noise gets louder. A couple of strong games in a row, with clean impact and fewer forced plays, can flip the entire tone. That's when the same internet that's laughing today suddenly starts posting comeback clips tomorrow. For Clark, the formula stays the same, but the pressure is growing too. She has to keep playing steady, stay out of the mess, and let the numbers speak, because that calm approach is a big part of why people trust her game. When you keep delivering points, assists, and big moments, endorsements don't feel like hype, they feel like a natural reaction. The more consistent Clark is, the more people will treat her like the main player of this rookie class, and that will push Reese even more, in both frustration and motivation. The next time these teams meet, it won't feel like a regular game. It will feel like a statement game, with the crowd louder, the media sharper, and every play getting clipped and reposted. And statement games do one of two things. They either change the story, or they lock the story in even harder. Reese will have a chance to prove her value with real impact and clean results. Clark will have a chance to prove that her hot start isn't a moment, it's a standard. And even if LeBron doesn't say another word, his earlier shout-out will keep hanging over the rivalry. Every big Clark game will bring "he was right" talk, and every Reese struggle will get viewed through the same lens. That's why the next few weeks matter most, because this is the stretch where a rivalry either becomes real and balanced, or turns into a one-sided storyline.